Hey, hello Tesla fans. Welcome back if you've seen some of my other videos. Today is February 9th, 2020. It's been just a day, probably over, since I took delivery of the car, which was on December 15th. So it's about, like I say, just a little over 7 weeks. I've got 443 miles on the car, which is a little bit more than I usually drive, just because I love the car so much. I thought I'd do this update, talk about the accessories I've bought since December 15th up until today. If I get any more, I'll update the video later and show you what I've got then. But I think this is, I can't imagine much else that I'd be getting, but this will cover it. So anyway, first thing I bought, and if you've seen the previous videos, was the mud flaps. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on those because I did do a video on those. I really am happy that I added those. And the cinders they've been putting on the road because of the snow has really been a problem with the tires picking up and throwing those. But I think the mud flaps have really helped quite a bit. Next accessory I bought were the lift pads, just in case we had to got a flat tire or something happened and we had to lift the car. I didn't want them damaging the battery or the underneath, and I bought these lift pads. Really nice, very nice bag, heavy weight, look like they're going to be real sturdy. Haven't used them, so I don't know for sure, but I think they're going to work out just great. Keep them in the back of the car. Next item, I saw some guy on YouTube who was talking about getting a flat tire and using an air compressor to pump up his tire to get him to where he could get it fixed. And this is one of the air compressors that came in top rated, which is really surprising me because it's Harbor Freight. I bought this quite a while ago for something else, never used it, it's brand new. I'm going to keep it in the trunk, and I think it'll do exactly what I want for helping with the flat tire if I get one. I'm hoping I don't. And I bought a hook to put the cord on. So there's my charging system, 120 volts. There's a cord. You've seen how many miles I put on it. No big deal. You know, I can easily, when I get back, I mean, my longest trip so far, I think, is down to the airport and back to fly. 32 miles. It charges up and way before I'm ready to use the car again, and I'm charging up to 80%. Now the next thing I got was for the frunk, and this is the 2020 model, and in this one I saw other ones that were earlier, and they had hooks for grocery bags, and they had a carpeted mat on the bottom there. This is exactly how it came. Nothing as far as the front mat for this. That's the front mat installed. Really nice, fits real well. Looks durable. I haven't really put anything in there yet, so don't really know for sure, but I think it's going to work out just fine for the kind of stuff that I'm doing. And if any of you have a Tesla, you know what a problem it is getting the passengers to push the open door button instead of the emergency button. So I bought these decals to put on the doors. They work great. So far I've only had one person that's tried to do the emergency, caught him before he did it, so stop that. This is an item that I think honestly Tesla ought to include. In fact, what they ought to do is just, you know, silk screen that on the buttons. You get 2 sets of them from when you buy them, and they're like $10. I mean, way overpriced, but you know, they serve the purpose, so I'm not going to really complain much more about that. But again, that's something that I think Tesla should include. Now the next item I think they should include is this card holder. And I keep the card in my wallet just in case something doesn't work with the phone. But I didn't, you know, I've seen people with the Tesla and they'll put the card there and it just slides around, and it makes no sense to me that that's not, you know, something that Tesla could add, and so you have a permanent place to put the card if you need to. Again, I don't expect to use it much, if at all, but I thought it was you know, a real smart thing to put on there just in case I have to use it. All right, I've saved the best for last, at least what I like the best, and it's this rear seat protector. And I bought it because, although it's made to protect from pets, I bought it to carry gas cans down to the airport to fill up the plane, and if we go to Costco to throw stuff in there and not damage the seats. I think the thing is really excellent, very well built, very nice. It's got easy to install, goes over the front headrests and the back headrests perfectly. There's actually some hooks back there that I think are for car seats, and I've got this nylon cord that I hooked up to those, so when I put the gas cans in there, I can tie them and they're not going to go anywhere. In fact, I'll put the gas cans in now and show you what they look like. Okay, so there are the 4 gas cans, 5 gallons each, in the car, on that protective mat. The plane holds about 32 gallons. Generally, I don't run it much lower than 12, so 20 is just about right. If I did need an extra gas can, I can throw it back in the trunk if I got really low. But this thing, I really am impressed with this. This is really nice. Looks like it's real durable. The underneath of it actually is kind of looks coated, so I think it would protect from liquid spills, I hope. Not sure, but again, very, very happy with this. Very nice. And that's it. Accessories as of February 9th, 2020. And thanks for watching. See you again.